Okay, so I was watching the news the other day, right? And I saw this guy suing this lady because suing his ex-wife because okay, she had some plastic surgery done on her face prior to them getting together. Prior to them getting together. And she's so pretty. But he find a picture of her from before. And what happened is that she was having problems having kids. So he paid a lot of money for her to get IVF. In doing so, now they have a child. So he feel like the child is ugly. And now he is suing her for the money that he paid for IVF. And mind you, now they divorced based upon how she looked. And feel like if he had known that, he would have never had a child with her. How you feel about them kind of situations?
Was it an African guy?
No. It was a white guy actually. Because you know a lot of people getting work not done. So how you feel about that?
Well, well, I think she should have said something before. I think this whole cosmetic thing, it is what it is, you know what I mean? But I think a conversation should always be had if this ain't how I always used to look. Wow. Well, the person I don't know if he should be suing her. He should be, I don't know who he should be suing, to be honest. Like that's a tough one because you suing her for what? For
failure to tell you, like, I can't remember the wording he used, but he had the right to sue and he was suing.
Did he win?
No, I don't. The judge was on her side.
Oh,
I was like saying he's shallow or whatever. But would you feel some type of way if you get with a girl look bam?
Yes, I would.
And your kids come out looking.
Because it's a sense of deception. That's not you.
That's exactly what he said.
That's not you.
That's exactly what he said.
That is not you. You went to get work done for whatever reason. And all right to you, but then it's like, this wow. I don't know in regards of a child, like I don't know if, because that's my child.
At the end of
the
day.
That's my child at the end of the day. Like, who's flipping the topic? Who's to say, like, somebody down the line, his family wasn't ugly? You know what I mean? Because you have people who you have kids down the line that look like their uncle rather than the parents. So who's to say the child ain't ugly because of him?
True, but he looking at the picture, and I ain't gonna lie, it was a big difference. But yeah, so that's the situation. Like, and I would want to know what y'all would feel about it. Would y'all be upset if you get with a girl, she look bam, but you see her old picture, and it's a no, and now your kid's looking like how she looked? You know what I'm saying?
That's a tough one. That's a tough one only because of the kids. But if it was just her, like I would have feel if you do this whole makeup thing and I find some picture and I'm like, hey, who's this? And you said that's me. It's like, fuck, you mean that's you? Like, you mean this is you? What do you mean this is you? Yeah, that's me. I have surgery done and blah blah blah. Like, why you couldn't tell me this before? Like, I would have feel somewhere about it. Depending on how you look now, would have probably perceived my thoughts going forward. Did she really look good after the surgery?
It was really good.
Wow, that's
it was a drastic change.
Things of conversation. Does look matter? Does looks matter to you? Looks matter to me. It does. It does. Hey, call it what you want. It does. But to some people, looks don't matter. So that's the other question. Does look matter? It does to me. If you look this way now, it's like, what am I supposed to really say? Except feel away. What do I say? Like, we can't be together no more. Now, if my kids look like, what is this? Like, that's still my child. So it's kind of like, wow, that's...
Does it make a difference if it's body work versus face work? Like...
That's a good question.
Yeah.
That is a good question because now, and I was just thinking that, like, now, okay, if you went from I don't know how you to classify that. I don't know as an A cup to a more voluptuous. If you say, hey, this is what I look before, and this is how I look now. you know, from a male standpoint, is like, I don't think, well, I can't even say that because a lot of males that I've talked to, they don't like the unnaturalness. They don't like the unnaturalness, you know what I mean? So a lot of males that I personally know that I've talked to wouldn't like it. They would rather, you know, you natural. But would it be such of a big complaint if you had from is to like to whatever? I think it wouldn't be. So it does, I guess it boils down to the point of the shallowness, I guess.
No, I mean though in regards to your kids.
Oh,
like,
your kids.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, so if they got body work versus face work, so if it's face work, then you thinking that gonna happen, that gonna come out on your kids. But if it's body work, like obviously gonna come out on your kids too. But it's, for me, in thinking about it, it's like that's less of an issue than your child face looking a certain kind of way.
Oh yeah, because I mean,
you don't want them to get teased and stuff like that.
If you do body work, I mean, it's a lower percentage of what can affect the child rather than your natural genetic structure. Because that's your genes. You know, if you butt ugly, then you know, you're sad to say, hey, some kids are ugly. I said it. You know, some kids are like, you know what I mean? It sucks, but it is, wow, it's it's a weird, the kids part kind of true it in thing, you know. You know, all kids aren't attractive kids. It is what it is, but it's not meant in a malicious way. It is what it is. If you ask me, this child attractive, and it's not, I would say no, but I still treat the child like a regular child. You know, but if my child come out a certain way and I question and then I see this picture of you, like, what a fetch. Oh, okay, I get it. Hey, what's this? I think it should be a topic of conversation. I think it should be a topic of conversation. Because some people, honestly, there's people who go with people to look at their structure and genetics just so their child could come out a certain way.
Of course.
There's
I mean,
people who
that's a
do
normal,
that.
to me, that's a normal thought process. Like, you think about your kids, you don't want your kids to be like teased or just be in a bad situation because they came out looking a certain kind of way. I think that's a normal thought process. So in any case, that's basically the conversation. How would you guys feel if your girlfriend had face surgery, plastic surgery, prior to getting with you, did not tell you anything, now your kids come out looking in a way that you don't feel is attractive? So let us know. All right, peace.